Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be talking about some interesting leaks that suggest a couple of new versions might actually be coming out sometime soon. So over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about information on Red Dead Redemption 2 and how code inside the companion app has actually been found for the PC version. We've also looked at Rockstar Insider details on when it might actually be releasing, and a handful of them have said that it will be coming out holiday 2019, although it could be delayed. We've heard from the chairman and CEO of Take-Two Interactive, Strauss Zelnick, saying that the PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2 is a no-brainer and would be something that's relatively easy to do. So there's been so much proof that there is a new version of this game coming out. And we got some more details on this the other day. So on the GTA forum site, Rockstar Insider TezFunds2 posted this. He said, "Someone obtained those files from the companion app and shared them with me. Some interesting info here." Now you can see that there's a bunch of hidden content. There's a couple of different categories here. Display, general, system, audio, control, presets. It kind of almost looks like a settings menu for Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I'm going to show you guys one example of what this hidden content looks like, and I'm only going to be showing you that one thing because it looks like this. It is really impossible for someone like me to try and decipher this. So instead of me trying to read you off all of these different lines of code, which I am not smart enough in the slightest degree to even understand what is going on here, we're going to be looking at some comments from people that do understand what this information means. But under each one of those different settings, display, general, system, audio, control, presets, all of them have lines of code that look like that. So at first, there was a lot of people that believed that this was just leftover coding from the PC version of GTA 5. And that's how Rockstar used some of those graphic options to create the console versions of Red Dead Redemption 2. But apparently that's not necessarily the case. Another user on that thread, SpiderVice, said this: "Wait a second, there are some differences, such as the reference to DirectX feature set 12_1. I have absolutely no idea what that means. Hopefully you guys will in the comments, or you can let me know down there. However, there is still lots missing compared to what was found before. It's still a very good find. They seem to have changed the code for the settings menus a bit. Some of the graphic options from GTA 5 became sliders in RDR2, such as refresh rate. It's probably a little dot you can drag now. Some more observations. They seem to have integrated some extra things to the Rockstar editor menu. Also, all graphic options have an ultra preset, unlike GTA 5. Okay, so if any of that was confusing at all, basically there's been more evidence found that suggests Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be coming out on PC. And this time the evidence suggests that Rockstar have made upgrades and changes to the last game they put out on PC, which was Grand Theft Auto 5. And one of those biggest changes is that now you have all graphic options that can have an ultra preset. In GTA 5, some were limited to high or very high, whereas others had ultra settings. So it'll be interesting to see when and if this game comes out on PC, what options we can ultimately play around with. Now, following up with that, Rockstar Insider TezFunds2 replied to SpiderVice by saying the files were made with a new format that is not available in GTA 5. The content of the files are new because Rockstar has a new UI subsystem in RDR2, and the files were specifically made for this system. Again, the language they're using here is going right over my head. I'm not smart enough to understand any of this. I'm hoping that you guys that are watching this video are smart enough to understand. But I can still gather bits of information that make sense, like what we're finding wasn't made for GTA 5, but was specifically made for the PC version of RDR2. Again, more good signs that this game is inevitably supposed to release for that system. Now, as a follow-up to that post, SpiderVice said a lot clearer too, and they exposed some options in the GUI that were only available in XML mods before. There's still a few graphic options missing compared to the initial findings, but these files could be older. They're definitely new and reveal a few minor things, including DX12 support, some options becoming sliders, and everything having an ultra preset now, soft shadows being separate, etc. Now, I think the most interesting point comes at the very end. He says, this is also interesting. The engine is now fully prepared to run on iOS and Android too. With its own graphic presets, shall a mobile game be powered by Rockstar's engine, which is what Rage is. So how interesting is that? It looks as if some of the files were specific to run on mobile devices, on iOS for an iPhone and Android devices. That is really cool. So could we also see Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out for mobile devices as well? We know how popular mobile devices are. In fact, I think mobile games are probably the most popular in the world just because of the access that most people have to smartphones nowadays compared to, big PCs and expensive consoles. So that would make sense for Rockstar to sort of dip their toe into that as well. Now, the only thing that's a bit confusing with that is we've never seen Rockstar really do this in the past. Now, there have been, mobile-ish versions of GTA games like Chinatown Wars and stuff like that that were, meant for less powerful systems. But we've never seen like a port of a huge console and PC title, whether that be GTA or Red Dead, to the mobile systems. Now, another user on that thread, Videotech UK, asked, what you're saying is it's possible we may see games like GTA 4 finally on phones in the future. And Spider-Vice said, maybe. This current version of Rage has support for iOS and Android, as evidenced by previous companion apps finding, to the point that the companion app itself is running in an instance of Rage. There's RPF files in it, and file formats dedicated to iOS and Android. So, for example, PC's map files are YMAP, PS4 files are OMAP for Orbis, which was PS4's code name, and Xbox One files are DMAP for Durango, Xbox One's code name. And now we have AMAP for Android and IMAP for iOS. So there's still a couple of things in here that go way over my head, but I can understand the file meanings. Obviously, A for Android, I for iOS, and then the sort of code names for the various consoles. And then PC doesn't really have a code name. It's just Y. So I'm a little bit confused as to why that person was asking about GTA 4. It seems very strange that they would go back another generation of games to make that available for mobile devices. Maybe the reason that would happen is because GTA 4 is less graphically intense and would be able to be run on something like a phone. I mean, I know phones are getting really, really powerful, especially when you compare it to a couple of years ago, but I certainly still don't think they compare to, obviously, consoles and PC. So I am still a little doubtful about that, but it is interesting that Rockstar is tinkering around with those files and that they're there. And of course, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of doubters, even though there is so much proof out there, because remember, the first Red Dead Redemption game did not come out on PC. In fact, someone brought this up. They said, again, this is not necessarily true. There were similar reports for a Red Dead Redemption 1 version for PC, according to the in-game code. And Spider-Vice said, not in this magnitude. There were like 2 mentions of something PC related in the RDR1 code, and those were likely leftovers from the old Age engine, the engine in which Rage was based from, and that powered many PC games by Angel Studios. This is a fully fledged program menu with PC settings and fully fledged engine compiles and stuff for PC with RDR2 functions. So basically what he's saying is, even though Red Dead Redemption 1 had some slight PC code, this is like full-blown PC code in the files for Red Dead Redemption 2. So it kind of begs the question, with all of this being found, the ball is really in Rockstar's court. I mean, a bunch of major media outlets are picking up on stuff like this. So it kind of makes you wonder, when will they announce something like this? If the reports are true that this version of the game is going to be coming out in holiday 2019, you would suspect that they would want to get some advertisement and promotion for it out beforehand. Well, they're almost kind of running out of time, if that is to be the case. Now, I am incredibly excited for the PC version of the game for a couple of reasons. Number one, I am so excited to see what this game looks like running at, full strength, full capacity, all settings flipped up to ultra, running at a near limitless frame rate. That's what I'm really excited for. And I'm also excited for the possibility to try new experiments and unravel new secrets that we just simply aren't able to do so on the consoles because we are limited by their capabilities. So I'm incredibly excited about this. This is just more amazing information, and I'm sure not all of you guys have or play on the PC. That's totally cool. But I'm almost confident that, 90, maybe 95% of you do have a smartphone in some way, shape, or form. And if the reports are also true, it looks like this game could be coming out for mobile devices as well, which would be amazing to be able to be like on an airplane or, at lunch being able to get some Red Dead Redemption 2, and that would just be awesome. But as always, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about these findings and what do you think they mean for the future of Red Dead Redemption 2. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.